What up, YouTube? This is Gabriel right here, representing the movement towards improvement. MTI, no lie, do this till I die. Bang, bang, you know what it is. You guys, I just got to the golf course. I got Blaire and a few friends in the background over here. And while we were driving to the golf course, Blaire just started talking about his Q School experience. For those of you who don't know, Blaire was just up in China, Thailand for Q School China. And he started sharing about his experience. So I naturally grabbed the camera, put on the mic, and started recording. So it's about 10 minutes of real, raw, honest information and insights that Blaire learned that I think is ultimately gonna change the rest of his golfing career and course. So it's some beautiful gems, some beautiful honesty, vulnerability, and sharing what he learned up there in China. So with that being said, thanks for watching.
MTI, no lie, I do this till I die.
What's up, Gavers?
Look who it is.
It is the old Blaire, though.
My good friend
Ready to play
Blaire.
some golf today? We're gonna P some G. Get in the goddamn car. Let's go!
Yeah, I just got exposed in Q School completely. Like, between, like, I've performed under pressure before in my life, but you know, you expect that the work you put in with your swing to be able to perform under pressure. And I'll turn that down. And then, like, to have it literally fall apart, every facet of my game that I've been working on, getting taught how to do, you know, like that and stuff like that, to just completely be gone when I needed it to be there the most was pretty intense. Like, it was an experience I've never had before, and it's what made me realize, like, dude, this doesn't work. Like, getting coached doesn't work. And I started thinking back on, like, when did I start not shooting 10 under par? Because you remember back in the day, Gabe, I would shoot 10 under par. Like, who taught me how to shoot 10 under par? Nobody.
I play golf with you all the time, and you're always shooting like 4 to 6, and 2 under was a bad day.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I shot 69, I was disappointed, and so, but no one taught me how to shoot those scores. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, I just did them. So what made me shoot those scores? What was in myself to do that? It was just me. Like, that was my talent, and I trusted my talent, and so I trusted myself to go low and to not hit a crappy shot when I'm 8 under par on a par 5 that would keep me from going lower. You know what I mean? And then I started getting coaching, and I stopped doing that. I stopped shooting 10 under par. I stopped, you know, going into golf courses and be like, I'm going to shoot 65 today, and that's what I want. And then I was more like, ooh, I'm going to execute these swings today. You know what I mean? Like, it just changed the complete dynamic of how I played golf. And because I was letting other people tell me what I needed to do to play better golf, when in reality, I'm talented, I know how to play golf. And so I got back from Q School after doing that, because that was literally what I did. I was like, oh, you know, I have to do this to hit these quality shots, do this move or this feel, you know, that's not my natural feel. And now I'm chunking 8-irons from 168 full shots, and, you know, I'm like catching them fat and they're going 140, like, without me even, like, understanding how or why. Like, I thought I did exactly what, you know, so-and-so told me. And then so when I got back home, I was like, dude, like, this doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't work. And so I found randomly, like, a bunch of old swings of mine, like in 2011 when I was working at Santa Luz, when I think I was my best golfer, and it was amazing. Like, I'm looking at that, it looks so natural, like, and I can't believe I ever thought that didn't look good. Like, it was really good, and I did a lot of things that my current coach wouldn't have taught, and it's just not even close to the same thing. So I was like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to swing. And immediately I started like, okay, what was I feeling back then? Kind of got the memories flowing in. Oh, this is what I was feeling back then. And I look on camera, I mean, I'm not even close to where I used to be, but like similar DNA back to what it was from the feels that I have right now. And it feels natural, feels good. I found it 3 days later or 4 days later, I go to my first golf tournament trying that without a coach, and I shoot a bogeyless 66, hit 17 greens. Like, it was a joke how good a ball striking I was doing. And it was easy. Like, when the pressure came, I had a chance to win coming down the stretch. I wasn't thinking, oh, you know, I got to execute this thing to hit this shot. I was just thinking of hitting the shot. It was really liberating, and I think that's why it really got my decision process, like, done. Screw swing coaches. Just go trust my talent, trust myself. You know, it's easier to trust yourself when things go wrong than it is to trust what somebody else says when things go wrong.
Yeah, I feel like too, when you're younger, you're so much more reactionary. You're like an athlete. You see it and you hit it.
Precisely.
You're reacting to it versus, you know, like a basketball shot. One's a little short, you throw a little
further.
A little further, yeah. You know.
And you're using that, instinctual, reactionary, athletic response that some people have more than others, like you do. Being able to hit a baseball far, throw a baseball over the fence, throwing a baseball far, doing switch hitters. You have a lot of that natural physical ability. So it's just kind of getting back to that very simple.
That's exactly right.
Almost like you try less and you do get more out of it. Like as a kid, you're more simple when you're.
Yeah, you're much more simple. I mean, I very specifically remember as a kid, if I wanted to hit like a low cut, I wasn't thinking about the positions I needed to get into to hit a low cut. You just fucking hit a low cut, really easy, and that's it. And of course, some people aren't. They're more right brain oriented, and they have to know the physical aspect of how you do things. And some people like Bubba, who are left brain oriented, like what I think I am, you just don't think about shit like that. You just do it. And if you don't do it, whatever it felt wrong, don't do it that way next time. I don't know. It's hard to explain. And it was really amazing to know that I can just switch back into that mode when I just trust myself and my talent and my feels.
So almost like, for those of you who don't know, like Blaire's an artist. Like he draws images and portraits and pictures. Could be anime, could be other things. Like I'm sure, I'm just taking a guess, like when you're drawing, you're not thinking of like technically how to draw.
No, I don't. Granted, I don't draw really anymore because I don't have interest in the same things.
But when
as I've gotten older, but when I did, I never thought about it. You just do it. What's in your head, write it, draw it. It's really easy.
Just like golf, what's in your head, just like paint it up.
Exactly. So why over the last 6 years when I first started getting coaching, I literally allowed myself to throw that away because I thought that being more technical was the right way to go, and worrying about positions in my swing and how it looks is the way to go. It's not. It was such a bad decision, but I'm happy to know that I'm mature enough now to understand. I still gained a lot of knowledge in the last 6 years, so I can implement it when I need to, but I don't necessarily think I have to. So it's nice to know that I can go back, and it's just I feel like I'm back, if that makes sense. It's just easy to play golf.
Almost it feels like you're back in the spirit of the game.
Exactly. Well, here's a good example too. So when I was in Bangkok, a lot of this really helped out after my Q school. I went to Phuket and I was preparing for the qualifiers in China. I completely kind of abandoned what I was working on because obviously it didn't work in Thailand. So I was working on a lot of different things with Sam and this coach that he's been kind of looking at. And then just kind of implementing certain things. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So I just tried it. Turns out I naturally did almost all of that without even thinking about it when I didn't have a coach. Yeah. So that was good for me to confirmation wise that I was working on the right things, which is probably why it's easier right now to get into my old swing positions that I'm doing in right now. But we were trying to do short game, and in Thailand short game is really difficult. Oh my gosh, it's just the most grainy, gnarly, crabgrassy stuff that if you don't do things right, you're gonna look like an idiot out there. I'm talking duffing chips. Yeah. I was blading them, and Sam was trying to tell me how to use all these bounces. And he's really right brain, I think, to me, and so he's all yeah, you got to get up here and then flick your wrist this way, and I just couldn't do it. I was chunking it, and Sam's like, bro, you got yips, bro. I was like, dude, I think I got yips. But in reality, I don't. I'm just trying to process information in a way that I can't process it. So I get home, and I remember oh, what did I used to do? Because I always thought I had a great short game when I was younger. I could hit spinning shots and all these gnarly things without really thinking about it. And I realized that I haven't been using my lower body in forever, with how I create speed. So I'm always not using my lower body, taking it back, and then pulling down, which exposes the heel, and it just fucks everything up. So I'm like, oh, well, what would happen if I kind of use my hips a little bit more? And that kind of reminds me of what I used to do as a kid. Sure enough, instant. Unbelievable. And I don't even think about it. If I want to hit a high shot, open my stance a little bit on this regular shot, and then just bloop. It was bloop. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I can't wait to show you today. It's
most
amazing.
People wouldn't teach that.
No one would teach that. And the point is, and that's why I was like, wow. I went from I might have yips and be career finished because I can't get in the same positions that I need to get into, to oh, this is easy. Who cares about positions? This is what it takes to hit this shot.
It's almost like your body's telling you what it needs to do.
Exactly.
Body's hey, this is what we need to hit this shot. But then someone's like, hey, quiet that lower body down, keep that left foot still, and move your hands. And you're like, my God, this just feels so uncomfortable.
No, yeah, exactly. And so when Sam's telling me to get to the top and release the right hand and do this thing, I can't do that, but I can do something different that might get me unconsciously to do that, if that makes sense. I have to, but it comes down to trusting yourself, trusting your abilities, and I haven't trusted my ability for 6 years, which is why I don't shoot 11 under par in golf tournaments anymore. I might occasionally shoot 6 under or 7 under even over the years, but like looking back on them, those were luck. I just didn't happen to hit the bad shot that was in me waiting to rear its ugly head. You know, whereas the one I had just a couple days ago, there was no chance I was going to hit a bad shot that was going to cost me. Like, and I never felt that way. Like, it was pretty damn. It was awesome. And if I had made a few putts in the beginning of the round, I could have won that thing really easily. The guys were going low. We had Web.com tour guys in there, so I finished third. But it was really nice. I'm really excited for the future now, knowing that it's me only. You know, let's just go. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks for sharing, bro.
Yeah, that being said, though, you remember Paul?
Yeah.
Remember, so Paul would help us out every once in a while, but kind of stay out of our way when
Yeah.
it comes to certain things like our developing stage of short game and how we hit shots. He would always be there to really... I wish I could remember that far back, but I know that he was such a support and kept our creative minds going. So I'm actually gonna go see him next week and just play golf with him and see what he's got to say.
I feel like he was really good at like suggesting things, but it wasn't very like, you have to do this.
Correct.
It was just more like giving you certain pits, but allowing you to like turn it into like something that was comfortable for you or that you could relate to. It just wasn't so finite.
Yeah.
Like, this is the only way, put your shaft here.
Yeah, I called him the other day and told, this is before just after I found my swings, I was like, fuck, man, my swing looked really good back then, and no one was telling me what exactly to do, but I know Paul was there when things were bad. I was like, man, well, I can't do this. He's like, oh, it's just this little thing that you're doing, Oh, thanks, Paul. That's it, and I think that's what I need, not someone to be like, you got the system that I like, that you need to get into, that I think is going to help you. It's like you can't do that.
Then that's more of an old school teacher who,
exactly.
didn't usually
he's a Butch Harmon.
Ever use a video camera.
Yeah.
Didn't use a TrackMan. Didn't use it. There's something very special to that style of teaching that is more simple.
Yeah.
You're teaching of somebody how to do very complex movements, and the last thing you want to do is give someone what degree they need to hit down and what
precisely,
their
dude.
telemetric acceleration tempo needs to do. It's like these Harvey Pennocks and these Butch Harmons and these Paul Collettes. There's something very special like giving a very complex swing to making it simple someone can do in an easy way.
I 100% agree, and I think that's what I need and what I've been missing, and I was chasing something completely different than that because I thought that wasn't the way to get on the tour, if that makes sense. But that's just not who I am. You get on the tour by being yourself, most people at least, like at some point you take accountability for yourself. Bubba Watson doesn't get lessons, and I just kind of realized like I'm a Bubba Watson type of guy. Like I'm not a Bryson DeChambeau. It's just the way it is, and it's okay to accept that. And let's go. But so yeah, I'm gonna go see him. I'm really excited about Tuesday next week.
Cool.
It's gonna be really fun, man. I'm excited.
Awesome, bro. Some big realizations.
Yes, sir. It takes failure to realize things.
Okay, you guys, if you guys like that video, please comment down below. Please like, please subscribe, you guys. I'm here to help build your brand being in business by being a YouTube golf influencer. You guys, I'm going to teach you how I went from being high school dropout, no GED, not going through the PGA program, not going through the golf academy, to making $10,000 a month off my golf membership site and over $1,200 a month off my golf YouTube channel. You guys, I'm here to support you, and I'm going to film some more course vlogs today, so be on the lookout for some more videos. I appreciate you guys' support. I'll see you soon.
Right now, everything I want, I'ma do everything that I want, I'ma see. Say I'ma do everything that I want, I'ma be everything that I want it to be. I'ma rise, I'ma go fly, put an overdrive to the top. I ain't never gon' cease, never stop till I'm dead. I ain't never left from the best to the top and the fucking head chief. Preach! Right now, this is your time, gotta make it. Homie, gotta own it. Right now, getting no shine, gotta take it.